In today's video, we're going to explain the concept of real estate wholesaling. What is it? Who's involved? What is the difference between wholesaling and flipping? And that's going to be the subject of today's video, and we're going to get started right now. Now, before I explain the difference between wholesaling and flipping, my name is David Matney with Nebraska Realty, and I'm a local realtor here in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, let's jump into today's topic. Flipping is where you find a home for $200,000, something that needs a little bit of work. You buy the home, you put $25,000 worth of time, effort, you fix up the home, and then you turn around and sell it for $275,000. You make a $50,000 profit. It takes time and there's risk involved. Wholesaling is different. You find a home for $200,000. You contract to buy that home for $200,000. And then once that offer is accepted, you then go sell the contract rights or you assign the contract to another investor. Let's just call that investor Tom for $220,000. Tom is now going to buy that home. When it's time to close, Tom is going to wire $220,000 to the title company. The seller gets $200,000 and the wholesaler gets an assignment fee of $20,000. The wholesaler made a quick $20,000 in 30 days and never owned that property and had little to no risk involved. Wholesalers can make some really good money very fast. Now, Tom, what he's going to do is go in there and either fix up the property and rent it out, or he's going to flip that property. Now, in Nebraska, you need a real estate license to be a real estate wholesaler, or you need to hire a real estate agent to represent you if you're going to sell the rights to that contract. Wholesaling works really good for the investor, but not so good for the seller. Many sellers can get taken advantage of by wholesalers because they may not be aware of what their home is really worth. Now, speaking of home values, if you'd like to have a free tool that gives you a monthly update of your home's value, I have a tool called Homebot. It's free, and I'll leave a link in the description. In some situations, you know what? It may be a better option to sell to a wholesaler, but if you're a homeowner and you're considering selling to a wholesaler, make sure you understand all of your options and all the risk that's involved. It doesn't hurt to at least, at a minimum, at least talk to another real estate agent. If the wholesaler hires an agent, understand that that agent works for the wholesaler and not for the seller. Believe it or not, there are investors in the Omaha market that hire call centers in the Philippines to canvass neighborhoods looking for unsuspecting homeowners who may be in a dire situation, down to their luck, or people in disadvantaged communities who may not understand all of their options. In Nebraska, the state legislature passed a law in order to wholesale a property, the investor has to either have a real estate license or hire a real estate broker. One of the requirements a seller fills out when they sell their home is a thing called the agency disclosure. Now, the agency disclosure tells who represents who. When a wholesaler hires that agent to sell that contract, the agent is not representing the seller. The agent represents the wholesaler. The agent is not working for the seller, but for the investor. Here are a few takeaways. If you're a seller, be sure to look at all your options. Believe it or not, you can sell your home on the open market with a real estate agent representing you and your best interest. You can sell it for cash and you can sell it in as-is condition. You're going to net more money by exposing your home to the entire market versus selling to a wholesaler. It doesn't hurt to get a second opinion. Don't feel pressured to sign something, and make sure you completely understand all of the implications. If you decide for yourself that, hey, this is a better option, then hey, go ahead and go that route, but at least look at all your options.